Right now we're on.
Yep, we're on.
But you didn't do the intro thing.
No. Actually.
Come on, man. Do the intro.
Game.
Jesus. Scott just went full douchebag right there.
Straight up meathead status right there.
Straight meaty McMeaty, dude.
Yeah.
We are back.
We're back. It's been a while, if you noticed.
Yeah.
And the new episodes that were up were actually filmed probably about 3-4 months ago.
In October. So I'm glad to be back here with Scott. This is the Happiness Podcast Project. I am Grover Reese from Guerrilla Combatives.
And I am Scotty from Work Unity.
Yeah, call him Scotty Too Hottie. Scott then came in with a tight shirt with his guns out and his hair did up. What's going on with you, baby?
We're trying to get some views here.
Chef.
We're going to bring in more of the subscribers, man. I'm trying to make this my full-time job.
Right on. So I want to kick right off some updates. First of all, friend of the show, Kip Fuller and Rosie Hines, our proud parents, and congratulations.
Congratulations.
On the birth of your baby girl.
From Entrepreneurs, episode number 32.
Episode number 2?
I think it's 2.
Episode number 2. Quite a bit of views on that. If you have not seen Entrepreneurs, I want you to check it out.
Yeah, forgive the sound. That was a very rookie thing.
Yeah, we don't know
what's going on. I was cleaning up some. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. But hey, I also want you guys to just see the growth, getting more and more professional. When we first started, we was professional. Yeah. But now we're professional.
And no more audio issues. We got backups on backup microphones. I'm so proud of the equipment.
Like 37 mics here.
I get a straight hard on just looking at all the equipment now.
There's so many mics in my face. I feel like I'm being interrogated by the police. I got lights. I got mics. Jeez.
Scott needs red and blue lights.
Mueller is walking around this motherfucker. It's like, hey, were you talking to WikiLeaks? But, so I just want to... Just a little personal update. I have been doing the same thing as I always do, and I've been embracing my new workout schedule, which is hard, and I'm loving it. I don't have the gains like Scott with his arms all big, but still sexy. And just martial arts is normal. But one thing I did start doing was I really started diving into some of the comments on some of our episodes, and I want to.
You get a lot of good comments too. I'm enjoying the input, the interaction.
Yeah.
Even sometimes the discussions may have not gone so civil. It never escalated.
Well, that's good.
That's a key thing. It never escalated.
I actually think I played Peacemaker on,
which is rare from a man that teaches combat. Actually, that's the martial art way, though.
Yeah. So. Well, actually, it's rare for me because I usually be like, you can fuck off.
And the thing about me, I might seem all like placid and calm, whatever. I love kind of like the drama.
Yeah.
Scott I'm like, oh, really? What's happening here?
100% into it, dude. I was like, geez. I was like, you're gonna.
He's trying to find the comments right now. He's struggling with the phone hard.
Dude, I am struggling with the phone like my dad and my mom trying to use a smartphone. Just, boy, I know it's here somewhere. What's that called? You trying to Google it? You ain't gonna Google me, boy. That's when you stick your thumb in the booty hole. You ain't gonna do that. I heard about Twitter too. That's when you touch the nipples with your pointer finger. You ain't gonna do that, boy. Okay, so first of all, I want to give a shout out to everybody who has a comment and who comments on our podcast. Whether the comment is good, bad, whether I agree with it, whether you're telling me that you don't like my bucket hat, and if you do, you ain't got no soul because my hat is fire. Or if you're saying that, we're boring, or we don't like the background, or we like this background, or we like this, or we like that, we welcome your comments and your interaction because we actually want to know how you feel. Mm. And so this comment comes from Furrowed Brow. Jesus, I'm making hella noise here. And so I got to put this up.
Make sure you speak in the mic.
I got to put this up close so I can read it because I'm not wearing my glasses. So, and this is something that we got a couple of months ago from our Andrew Yang Universal Basic Income discussion. Where
Trending.
Trending, yes, it's trending. That fire discussion, check it out. And it says, under welfare, fathers are replaced by the state. Children born into fatherless homes have higher school dropout rates, higher teen pregnancy rates, and higher incarceration rates. The high rate of promiscuity within welfare communities significantly increases incestuous unions due to the fact that no one really knows which men fathered which children.
So I would like to know the classification of this welfare communities, because little known fact, I was on welfare at one point when I was younger. So what does that mean?
So, you mean welfare communities? Are you talking about? I mean, basically, there's a wide cross section of the United States that gets welfare, and by raw numbers and not percentage wise, if you say welfare communities, you are talking about white people mostly. I don't know. There was no racial undertone. There was just a kind of hostility and kind of a classist undertone to it.
There's definitely classes in it.
But, the only thing I would challenge anybody, when you make a statement like that, it is up to you to think critically and supply
some evidence.
Supply some evidence. And so I welcome evidence from reputable sources, not just – so just don't go find a source that, I agree with this and I'm going to put this on, or I agree with that. No. Find a source, then find someone else, cross-reference, peer-reviewed, like they have to do in academia, to show me how promiscuity is higher in welfare communities. Because the only thing I'm going to tell you this, when I was young and I was looking for some booty, I wasn't going to the welfare communities, I was going to the Catholic schools. So I'm just going to say that what they told us was that Catholic school girls, and if you went to Catholic school and, no, it wasn't really like that, it's just a stereotype. Well, I'm going to tell you that the girls I knew from Catholic school, it wasn't a stereotype. I was getting that booty. And
were we talking about Britney Spears' 1999 Hit Me Baby One More Time?
Yeah, which, by the way, was lightweight nasty because, like a grown man was looking at her saying, she fine, but she looked like she in high school. I was like, you nasty. But, you nasty. If you grown and you think high school is fine, you nasty. I'm going to just say it, But looking at it, you have to have evidence to back it up. Do not come with some subjective bullshit to make you feel better. I am not going to fall for your confirmation bias. So you give me an evidence and you give me another peer-reviewed study, and then we can discuss it. And, I'm going to have to flame you a little, and you get a thank you for posting, but congratulations, you're full of shit for posting that shit in that manner. Now that we're done with your ass, please feel free to go on to Andrew Yang, Mr. Furrowed Brow, and put some proof of what you say.
Yeah, rebuttal. Yeah, something.
Or you could just continue with that bullshit, or like we like to call it, booty chatter.
And no ad hominem attacks, which means do not attack personal character, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. I mean, you can attack.
You can, but it's like.
You can attack me. I don't care, but just.
It might be entertaining,
but just know you might get lit up because I does the thing. Also, I want to give a shout out to Ping's Farm multiple times.
She's the mystery person.
He or she.
Yeah.
It's a mystery person. But we just put up. Made public the Instagram booty rant, and hours ago it was made public, and you already commented on it. Thank you for being a follower. Feel free to comment.
Subscriber, followers, or Instagram.
Oh, thank you for being a subscriber. I done messed around and got my social media confused, boy. Boy, I tell you, so many. Every time I do something like that, I'm gonna just talk like an old man who don't know a damn thing. Where's my Coke 45? The beer. Billy D. Williams, drink it. You can drink it. But I just want to give a shout out to anybody who follows us like that. Thank you. We are doing this for, it's selfish in a lot of ways. It's personal gratification. But it's also really great to say that I'm doing the right thing. And, me and Scott are out here putting in that work, and you're saying thank you.
Yeah, we might hit 100 subscribers pretty soon, too.
I know, because we are at 90.
Very surprising.
90 subscribers. So. I don't know who y'all are and listen to this, but
thank you.
I'm going to tell you one thing, boy. I thank you.
When I was driving here, I was just like, holy crap, I'm showing up for people watching this. This is kind of it's a surreal feeling a little bit.
So as we get more subscribers, Scott's going to dress nicer and wear less clothes. So we get to 150 subscribers. 150 subscribers, Scott's going to be in a tank top. We get to 300 subscribers. Scott, I'm telling you right now, he's doing the entire episode shirtless.
Wait. But if we have a lot of male subscribers, we got to be a little bit piggy and go find us some beautiful women.
Shit, some of the dudes might want to see you shirtless too.
Never thought of that way.
Boy, it's the new age. You gotta take care of everybody. So I also want to give a shout out to Katie Sheehan, friend of the show, good friend of the show, for saying that we were hilarious on Winging It. The Winging It episode, we were severely intoxicated, which is why we're drinking coffee.
Yeah, not winter coffee, none of that bourbon inside.
Yeah, we're drinking real coffee today.
And we're missing Aaron. He's in Iowa.
Aaron is in Iowa, colder than polar bears'
Are there
toenails.
black people in Iowa?
Aaron told me there's 4 black people in Iowa, and they're all asking him directions to Detroit.
We've gone about 10 minutes and we
ain't this shit. Okay. I'm getting through my personal updates. And last thing, Pablo Sanchez and all my friends who send me Facebook messages when they're watching episodes. I appreciate it 100%. Kevin Wraith, you sent me a Facebook message when you're watching our episodes. Message on our channel, on the platform here, on the YouTube channel, so Scott can see him too, and so we can really give honest replies. And just let you guys know, if you write a comment or you have a question, we're going to address it right here on our next episode. Yeah. So
we want to make this interactive.
Yeah.
And in our selfish ways, we're trying to hack the algorithm.
Trying to hack it. So don't.
So, hey, if we grow, then we start doing giveaways. Yeah. You're just like, wait, don't promise anything.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. You can come here and we'll have Colt 45 and chicken wings for you. You want some chicken wings, boy? But literally nobody in my family talks like that. But every time I think of an older person in my family talking to me, this is the voice I hear in my head. Because I'm crazy.
Your ancestors, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's my updates. Not a whole lot going on. We were gone for over a month. And I'm just happy to be back. What you got for us?
So for over a month, I've been dealing with a couple issues. Nothing like burnout or what have you, but I was having these crazy creative mental blocks. So I kind of had to take about a month off, a month hiatus, which affects Grover's a little bit of his happiness. He's like, you got to start working. Come on. I'm like, no, I gotta get this thing out. My artistic, sensitive side's coming out.
Man, I don't want to interrupt you, and I'm sorry. But I mean, just to tell you, last time I talked to Scott, he's like, I'm like 0% where I want to be. I was like, shit, I gotta leave.
Yeah, I get pretty aggressive. So yeah, literally. So I've been working on my YouTube channel. There's going to be some new content specifically about holistic development that I'm working on. That my timeline, which we know I'm very bad with time, Grover can attest to that, will be about a month or so that I'll start showing that new content. So that's the main reason why we've been on this hiatus. The second reason, I got to be honest, I have literally no shits to give about a lot of current events that happen in this world. I really don't. I just don't care. I don't have an opinion on it. Okay, I do have an opinion on it. But most of the current events that are happening in the world is superficial and it's all surface level. It's meant to get people at each other's throats, arguing, disagreeing, and not cooperating. If you look at the YouTube comments and you see people arguing amongst each other over something like whatever Trump said or some other news event, it's ridiculous to me that you're so distracted. And I'm not saying specifically to you, but people are just so distracted. They don't see the real issues at hand. They do not do any critical thinking to see what are the underlying problems, what are the ulterior motives of why the news is presented to us this way. And before this, I used to be into politics. I was listening to the Blaze Radio, Glenn Beck and their programs there, libertarian, supported Rand Paul. But then I started doing some research, critical thinking, read the Dictator's Handbook, especially of how groups stay in power, how governments form. And then I started realizing, holy crap, everything's a game. Everything is political theatrics. Political theater at its best, at its finest, to have us constantly fighting and staying us at the same position that we would have a slave mentality. And finally, I just like, you know what? That's the reason why I started doing YouTube, because I want to do something to empower other people. And so on this show, we will talk about current events because it is entertaining. Like, let's be real about it. We love the fighting. We love the gossip. But I also want to look into the deeper motives of why people do what they do, their behaviors.
So we're going to be like a yin and a yang.
Exactly.
So I'm going to be here. I'm going to be talking that shit. And Scott's going to be like, well, Grover. But honestly, this is why we people really want to look at that. And I think this is why it works, because we're friends, we hang out, but we're also a lot different. And we should celebrate our differences. And look at Scott broke that shit down. He's like, that motherfucker ain't just a pretty face. That motherfucker was like, look, man, I got guns and brains.
And you know what I realized is that when you speak, you can speak out like a waterfall full of words. Me, I'm just bombarded with thoughts. I'm like, which one do I go with first?
Yeah.
It's messed up.
Well, that's because my filter is always off. Scott has a thought process. I'm like, I'll sit there and I'll be like, yeah, we're talking in a booty and
IG model
titties.
rant. I had to edit one part. I think we mentioned this before. I had to edit one part of me laughing. Like, just, it was a nervous laughter that happened because Grover went on a titty rant. And then within a split second said, let's get serious. John McCain died. And I let out a little bit of a laughter. And like, if anyone knows me, I'm very respectful. And for that to come out of me, I was even shocked about myself. I just had to edit it. But eventually I'll show it one day.
You mean you thought it was funny John McCain died?
I did. No, I do not.
Jesus Christ. What kind of human being are you?
But how do you go from a titty rant to like a man's dad like within a split second? It doesn't make any sense. Usually you work yourself slowly into that.
Because I'm crazy.
So yin and yang. That's exactly where we're gonna go with this.
Yeah. So and that's the thing. Like that's why Scott's here. Scott's here to say, hey, dude, you were talking about titties everywhere, and then all of a sudden you said, but getting serious, John McCain just passed away, and you can't do that shit.
I was just like, wow.
So not only Scott actually is like a producer on the show. He's good at stuff like that.
Except pre-production. I don't really do
Scott's pre-production is ass.
I'm so focused. There's so many other things that I'm like focused on right now, like getting our editing better and
it's also funny
our
too,
thumbnails.
So me and Scott are so yin and yang that we're wearing the exact same watch but different colors.
Yeah, thank you, Grover.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, man.
Yeah, it says flex right there.
Flex, yeah. Flex on him, Scott.
See?
Nah, this motherfucker.
See,
right
he
here.
gave me the white one too. I don't know what is that supposed to be.
They didn't have a yellow one.
They didn't have it. Oh.
Actually, I think they do. I might get it and swap it out.
Dude, it would look great on the thumbnails.
Yeah, the yellow.
It would pop out.
Yellow watch. Bling,
Yeah.
bling.
Then I can make my eyes look yellow.
Wow.
All
Okay. But I think that's really important. That so you gave a fuck, but you went through something that made you just not care about it anymore.
Exactly.
Right.
I followed politics deeply, and to a point where I started getting heartburn. I really did.
Wow.
You know?
Well, I thought I usually drink till I get heartburn. Maybe it's politics. Nods to bourbon.
I think when you go down that rabbit hole, and especially you go into the YouTube rabbit hole, oh my God, like you start getting angry because of all the subjective negativity that's happening. So
yeah. So we are going to jump right into current events with this.
I have zero shits to give right now.
Zero shits about current events.
But
there are some things coming on, and I do want Scott's perspective of it. But first, we're going to take a short pause.
Okay.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, we're out.
Goes the dynamite.